Does your skin color and ethnicity matter in dating? According to science, the simplest answer is yes, it does matter. However, before we explore this topic, it's important to respect people's opinions. Let's analyze this together without attacking one another. This video is not intended to promote hatreds towards another race. It is meant to educate. Therefore, let's be respectful in the comment section and discuss this topic with civility. Now, there's a ton of nuance to this, so you really have to pay attention to the nuance because context is important. Very, very, very important. So why do some people prefer to date within their own race? Culturally, it's familiar. It's comfortable. Like, you don't need to explain much to someone who shares the same background as you. You understand each other's cultural nuances as well, like behavior, language, humor. Like, there's a lot to this. On the other hand, some people are just plain out racist. This is due to upbringing. They just think their race is better than others. So why do some people prefer dating outside their own race? Sometimes it's because it's culturally familiar. For example, someone who's a person of color who has grown up in Middle America may find white people more attractive because that's what they know and that's who they grew up with. Now, similarly, someone of Chinese descent who grew up in Jamaica may feel more comfortable dating other Jamaicans rather than their own because that's what they know and that's who they grew up with. On the other hand, some people just simply find other races attractive than their own. Now, it could be because they're more open to learning other people's cultures and they find other cultures to be more interesting than their own. Other times it's a fetish, and that's another discussion. And some have underlying issues when it comes to their own race. Either they harbor racial insecurities and biases. Maybe they feel that dating other races make them better.
It's just because Asian guys remind me of my brother.
What the?
And that's why.
So what is the difference between sexual preference and racism? Now, sexual preference is having a sexual preference towards your own race or another race without discriminating against people of other races. And they still strongly believe that everyone should have equal opportunities. Like, for example, someone who doesn't like dating outside the race because it's unfamiliar to them isn't necessarily racist because they still want equal rights for everyone else. Now, this preference may stem from cultural reasons rather than racism. Racism believes that other races are inferior. They believe that people of other races are subhuman and do not deserve the same rights and opportunities as their own race. They are disgusted by other races and harbor hateful feelings towards them. Ultimately, we must understand that no one is obligated to find us attractive. Like, it doesn't make sense to demand it from anyone. Like, now, the reason they may not find you attractive may not even be sexual preference or racism. Like, sometimes it's because they just don't find you attractive. And all of us are allowed that. Now, how about skin color? Colorism definitely exists, and it is likely influenced by colonial mentality and feelings of inferiority towards lighter people. Like, sometimes it's a matter of class. The middle and upper class tend to work indoors more, while the lower class has jobs that expose them more to the elements. Thus, more exposure to the sun equals more melanin equals darker skin. Sad to say, but some people today still differentiate class this way. So does being darker make you less attractive? No, because someone who is dark that falls into the categories of attractiveness is attractive. For instance, a colorist may find someone with darker skin attractive but still make derogatory comments such as, oh, they're attractive but they're dark skinned. Like, this behavior exposes their ignorance and prejudice, but it does not negate the fact that they can find someone of darker complexion attractive. You know what I mean? But it also highlights their ignorance. If you're curious to know the categories of attractiveness, refer to my previous videos. So, regardless of race and background, once someone displays high signals of attractiveness, they will be considered attractive. Now, to conclude, ethnicity attraction are based on cultural and biological familiarity. It just is, and that's okay. And because of this, there's a difference between sexual preference and racism, and we must understand the nuance regarding this. And colorism does exist, and it's stupid. Now, in the next video, we will discuss how attractive people are treated in friendships. I'll see you there.